Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Hi, my name is Lee. You two should, if you're not on Twitch, I would suggest opening the stream. A, so you can see me, and B, just, to pep the thing up. Welcome on in, everyone. I was going to put an ad soon, but that's okay, because we're still figuring out shenanigans. Welcome, welcome. I have two very good friends in here, and we will do the Majiggy Whatsits with that. I will introduce them in a second. Let me do one. That, yes, let me just check this. Okay. I pipe down. All right. I got to keep an eye on this. We're going to have a donut break about in roughly half an hour. So that'll be fun.
I'm not seeing a video. It's saying you're live, but the screen is black for me.
Let me try this.
I can see it.
There you go. That should help.
There was an ad first before it got to it, but
Yep. There we go. I did
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, here we go. I'm seeing an ad. I had to refresh
There you
to
go.
see if that.
Yeah, and then they're gonna get another ad break, but then the frickin' what's it will happen, and then because we'll start an ad break right away, and then it will shut down pre-roll ads, which means coming in which is key. But this will give us time to welcome on in, everyone. The interwebs. Hi, I have Sig and Celiax. Sig's on top, Celiax on the bottom. At least on our view, which is the one the world sees. Let me go to not that one. I also have to do one thing, which is um um okay. Let me go to this and that, and let me know if we're getting everyone. Yes. So, let's see. Yes. So this is our fun majiggy thing. All right. So in 3 minutes we're gonna start the ad. So everyone, welcome. My name is Lee. I introduced up top. We got Jeff, aka Sig. At the bottom we have Celiax, who is our second most seen guest on the stream and has a very cute snake. Little danger noodle. And so cute. Sorry. Stupid stuff's not working apparently. Okay. We got this, we got that. And we find our intrepid hero characters find themselves on a planet called Aplasia, waiting on a flyer to come back to scoop them. They have successfully completed negotiation with as a trade partner for the planet. They have brought the planet into the Imperial Fold with very little bloodshed. One rebel who got shot while running away, who got shot was hurt badly. Johan and one of the medics on the team, Andre, got into a bit of a spat over that. Andre is around somewhere, presumably. There's that. If you want to make sure he gets on the flyer, would be preferable, but I don't suppose you don't have to. What else? Get him on the flyer, and then you should be able to head back. You also have a specially modified flyer that you didn't actually use, but you have it for later use. If you ever need to be very, very loud, you have a flyer for that. Most of the time, quiet is better, but if you happen to have to be loud, you know,
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
yeah. So there's that. What else? Let me go to what's I gonna say? Yeah. So you're here. you have tech gear. You have your gear heads on you, and I can bring you other. They're sending you with different tech priests next time, I think. But yeah, the flyer is coming. Andre, you are not sure where he went. You could go look for him. You could leave him to his own devices. What do you want to do with that? Because you still gotta get off the planet and find out what happens with that. Start with that. Are you gonna try and deal with Andre or no?
No, I'm not.
I would like to, but I don't remember precisely where exactly we are.
So, you're in a small village, just outside this big capital of the High Sultan, if I recall correctly, the title, who kind of spearheaded the alliance of Aplasia to kind of unify the planet when they realized the Imperium was a thing. They had always worshipped the Emperor. Okay, we've got an ad, but that's okay. So they'd always worshipped the Emperor. They had, the High Sultanate had kind of spearheaded this global alliance where globe. It is a globe. It's just not our globe. Global alliance, and had kind of, they'd been working with a handful. I think they left a priest or two, if I recall correctly. And a small office to monitor, a small satellite to monitor interplanetary presence, and operator or two. So there'd be a handful left by the other Captain Helmschull, who's the first name for him, we have to work on that, of the Squidvark, but had left a few and decided, Placia, it was a lot of negotiating, didn't want to deal with it. So sent you guys in. You talked to the High Sultan, made a trade deal. Same day, they'd been having problems with a couple of rebel groups. Some kind of old school, essentially it was a ethnic divide, and they'd been screwed over politically, and there was a lot of tension there. They'd been fighting, and they got help from off planet somewhere, and they got a tank carrier, APC of sorts, and a couple las guns. Yes, there is an ad break going on, so, but you guys caught up too, so I figure, let's see. Rebel Alliance had the guns. You went to investigate that, talked to a couple of the rebellion, shot one of them, shot the other one of them, one of them died, one didn't, but what else? They died, you talked to them, negotiated, right. You talked to the head of the alliance, convinced him to negotiate with the High Sultanate, provided spots for the blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, yeah, you have worked that out. They're no longer an active rebellion, exactly. They're negotiating. You've offered your ship as a neutral ground for negotiations. And you have mediators. You have good diplomatic people. So you're probably okay on that front. Get them up doing negotiations. Right. So you show up, and you find, so you have settled that. You're at the rebel's mother's house. Yes. So we are back from the ad break. The party is at the house of the rebel's mother, where they were hiding the radio transmitter that let them talk to whoever was helping them outside of the, off planet. Whoever was helping them. They brought las guns. Someone had been seducing one of them, I think, which had, you managed to pull that out of their mind. So you managed to pull some stuff out from there. What else? Oh yeah, so you're there. After Johan had shot one of them, as she was running away to tell the others not to shoot you, which she didn't exactly explicitly say ahead of time, so I guess.
Well, after a shootout, that's probably something you'd want to say before you just ran off towards the enemy base.
There is that. But you double crit on it, and she is toast. We have a friend in chat, so that's cool. But yeah, so the player
Hey Scott, how's it going?
What was I gonna say? Player characters. Yes. So you guys are all with that. Andre got mad and was arguing with you, you just sent him away. Said, yeah, you said go.
Hey,
You had an argument, or I think he stormed off, essentially. And set
well,
off.
I removed him of duty because he wasn't following orders.
There you go. So he's removed of duty and had sent off, and
There's
so
a chain
he's
of command, damn it. I don't have time for these guys to be questioning my movements when I'm the
yeah,
arch militant.
yeah. So yeah,
We're in
you kind of had been in charge of that. So it was, yeah, that's fair. And he was like, well, I guess he just started going back somewhere. He had a plan of some sorts. He doesn't know what he's doing, but he has a plan of some sorts, and went off into the woods. And you have not heard from him since. So if he's relieved of duty, you can just leave him on the planet. He won't die, and they could use a doctor. But, you could try to find him and figure out what to do with that. It's your call, basically. That's the first step. Is do you want to try to get Andre back, or do you want to just ditch him?
I'm just gonna ditch him because I really don't need the aggravation of trying to motivate this guy to follow commands.
Okay.
I'd like to go see if I can find it.
Okay. Well, you have, I'd say, 20 minutes until your flyer gets here, the last flyer gets here, because you'd sent the other one back with a few of you, and then you're sending one more for the rest of you. So you have 10 minutes before it arrives. The rebel leader's mother is offering you tea and cakes if you want. You had turned her down, but
She's offering what?
tea
Cake?
and cakes. Might
Yeah,
not be
sure, I'll
donuts,
try
but it's
one.
probably quite tasty.
Is it like is that a local thing?
Yeah, I mean that's kind of she's kind of expected to offer hospitality, and you guys are imperial, like representatives of the emperor, who has been kept as a god on Placia. So he
And they've all been cooperative and whatnot, right?
they've been fairly cooperative. Yes.
So yeah, I'll try a cake. I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? This
Yeah.
looks delicious. Thank you.
She seems very relieved that you're taking it. Okay. Travis just smiled. Older woman, local. Yeah. So she'll offer you tea and cakes. You said you wanted to try to find Andre because you got about 10 minutes before it comes. So there's your chance. You don't have to talk to with tea and cakes. Andre's around somewhere. You don't know where. This is your chance. Maybe a small window. What's your plan?
So I know the rough direction that he went.
Yes.
I'll check in here. Not entirely sure if this would work. I'm reading specifically on astral telepathy, but I think it's just psyker to psyker. I don't know if this.
I would say, depending if he's close enough, you can. I would say you can tap into the brain of pretty much anyone if he's close enough. That's how I've ruled in other games. So that's how I usually rule it. If they're in the general vicinity, especially if you're familiar with them. I mean, there is a limit on range. So, but if it's farther, you're gonna have to essentially do a psyker to psyker. Oh, good, it's gonna arrive early. Excellent. You're gonna have to do a psyker to psyker ping. But that should be doable. That's what I mean. A psyker to psyker relay. If you want to send it farther, but if they're in the general vicinity, you can usually hook up mentally. You can also cause problems on purpose. I have had Psyker players do that, where they just use it for nonsense and causing problems on purpose. Because anyway, as a rogue trader, you can get away with a lot. So yeah, I would say if he's in the general vicinity, you can see what you can find. Yeah. So do you want to try and ping him on telepathic?
Yeah, let's see if I can try that.
All right. All right. Roll. I would say, is there a roll associated with, basically a willpower test, right? Yeah, that would be the basic. But you would be at plus 20 because it's nothing too difficult. Plus 20 willpower test. Just start with that.
My sheet real quick here.
First roll of the game.
Yeah. Which is gonna be 65. What is the?
All right, so
Oh, plus 20. So
yeah, so
that's
45.
that's gotta be.
Yeah, if your willpower is more than 45, which I believe it is.
Yeah, and then I've got other bonuses. So
Okay, excellent. So yeah, you managed to pick him out, and he's not actually far. He's kind of just on the edge of town, coming back up down the main road. You realize, and yeah.
okay. So I'm gonna message him and say, "We're on our way out. You should come back and meet us at location."
And you, oh yeah, you can't send anything back. So, you see him, you kind of watch, because you're, I'm guessing, out on the porch. Johan's just in the parlor having tea and cakes, and I would, well, yeah, and I'm guessing you're on the porch, or are you in with Johan, kind of conducting this on the sly? Or somewhere else.
This woman was kind of being a pain, so I might just move out to get away from her.
That's fair. She was being a little pushy. A little nervous about enemies, agents of the Imperium in her home. But yeah. But yes, you see him coming on up. As you're up on the porch, you kind of see him moving up cautiously. And he kind of comes up to you and is like, so am I allowed back on the ship? Officially.
Yes.
Okay. I know, like, if the captain takes Johan's side, I could get stuck on this planet. I mean, there are worse planets to be stuck on, in fairness. This is vaguely civilized and imperially controlled now, but yeah. Am I still relieved of duty, do you think? Or is...
For the mission, yes, but we're wrapping up as it is. So,
Okay.
on your way back, and things may change in the future.
Sounds like a plan. Alright. And you guys have got a couple of others with you. You have... I think you still have Nolan, who is the trooper who is really good at flamethrowers. Usually take him with you if you ever need flamethrower support. And I believe you had Sergeant Verbank. Well, not Sergeant Verbank, but she's like kind of the head of your outboard security forces. And the two of them were with you as well. So yeah. As he says this, the shuttle kind of swoops down. And you can kind of see it coming down and kind of landing. yeah, it loops down and lands. A flyer, kind of. And you see a pilot kind of step out. I was supposed to take Johan, I believe. Was oh, kind of looks at you. Looks at is Johan. How many of them? How many of you are there?
I
Or
guess.
All right.
No,
Everyone
I
on
think
board?
Reaper will take his own ship, right?
Yeah, I think that him and everyone else went up first with the shuttle that you would ordered to come down, and yeah, basically you'd ordered the shuttle to come down, and then because you'd walked here, essentially,
Right.
then you'd ordered a shuttle to come down, and they'd sent, I think they sent Adepta Jonra back with not Dr. Keynes, who had been badly injured in the firefight, because Blair couldn't make it. So then we had. Yes, and we had the flyer come down. Harmon took that one, and they'd sent another one for you guys. He took that one with the rebel leader to do the negotiations, and then you guys had hit that. So, yeah. Essentially.
Well, Madame, our chariot has arrived. Thank you very much for your hospitality. Yeah,
Yes,
it was very
and my son, you won't let anything bad happen to him, right? He means well, despite everything.
Of course not. We'll see. We'll do the best we can,
Thank you. Thank you.
as the emperor wills it. So
It shall be. Yes.
so his
And she makes the little sign of the Aquila, and she seems very nervous. But she did give you really delicious little cakes, so there's that.
well,
Not
it
quite as
seems
good
like
as donuts, but
someone's gonna take one as he's leaving to bring for the road to snack on. Like, oh,
yeah. That did not work at all. Okay. All right. You have a small cake, and you are good to go. So yeah, you head back up, and
we've got the doctors on our ship.
yes, you do have.
So,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
have. Yeah, you have the Andre the medic who you got to fight with, and he kind of, as soon as he sees you, he kind of steps behind Finnick.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything reprimandatory to him or anything. I'll just like raise an eye that he's there, but I just won't say anything. I'll just sit down and
All right, y'all strap in and
Mhm.
head off. It's a fairly easy jaunt, so I'm not even going to make the NPC guy roll. And you arrive back in the ship, safe and sound. Keeping an eye on all the timers. So.
I like if Phoenix and say, "Boy, we need to have Reaper trained or whatever Reaper's trained character's name was. You know, we need to have him trained like this guy. He's much more fluent with a
Flyer.
flyer than he
Yeah.
is."
yeah, didn't even scratch the paint.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, you kind of sailed smoothly in, and you're on board. So you know, from having one of your tech priests check, he went back with Janthine went back with Harmon, but she had checked over the radio transmitter, the Vox transmitter that the rebel leader had that he was using to communicate with whoever gave them the guns and the ships, which was the anti-imperial rabble rousing, essentially. And yeah, so came back with that, and actually, I think the timing might just perfectly work out on this. Yeah, so you found out that they had been receiving transmissions. She found out they'd been receiving transmissions from somewhere near Saturn, some transmitter in the system that had been going, some transmitter in the system. So what the plan with that, no one knew, but it was kind of, that was the plan. It was some transmitter circling an outer planet in the system that was transmitting informations back. You don't know what that is yet. You haven't had a chance to investigate. And Captain does say, I think we could use something. Small crew. A handful of you. Maybe I'd like Adepta here. Why don't we send... actually... this... I'm going to bring this up, and they're going to send you with another one of the... You have quite a few you have another Janthine. They're going to send you with Tarana. They're gonna send you with someone. She's fairly young, and Captain wants her to get more experience. There's a lot of explorators, and that's what she's gonna send. She's gonna send you guys because you guys work well as a pair, and she's gonna send you with Tarana. We don't have a player for Tarana yet. Who is going to act as tech priest and kind of get a fresh set of eyes. And Captain thinks you get some more experience with that.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, Tarana, we sometimes end up in firefights. Are you able to protect yourself if such an event occurs?
She kind of looks. Yeah, I have a. Listen, I have a bolt pistol. Should be good.
Now, if it comes to it, make sure you hide behind Phoenix or myself. We're protected with some decent armor, and it's most likely better than what you have on. Actually, I'll look at her. Does she what type of armor does she have on? If any?
Basic carapace, very similar to what you and Finnick have. And you notice, although it's cut out, she has a lot of machine. She's very much machined. And I do not know if I have her stats anywhere, so that's a start. But yeah, she is almost exclusively machine.
How
Because
do we know? Does she have a female voice?
yeah, and
Okay.
you've met her before vaguely. Captain says this Toronto. She'll be accompanying you, so obviously she goes by she, and doesn't even object. So,
Okay. Uh-huh.
but yeah, yeah.
Well,
So, yeah.
welcome to our crew. You're probably in for some interesting times. So
Yeah.
don't be alarmed at anything out of the ordinary you see. We seem to attract the out of the ordinary.
She kind of gives a nod. Yeah, all right. And you can kind of see the side of her head is an Elec 2, which is, as you guys might know, the tattoos that provide power source. They're kind of inked into the skin, and like the nanites under the skin to provide power sources for stuff. And hers is 2 triangles, one pink, one blue, that overlap, like that, and then that, pink and blue. So they form a little purple triangle in the middle. Just observational.
Would we know? Would I know if that stands for anything? If that's a symbol or something that my character should know?
That's an interesting question. You can both roll. Do you have any lore skills? What's the word? You should have a handful of scholastic lore, basic lore, scholastic lore.
Have tactical imperials as my scholastic lore.
Was helpful for plotting battle plans, not so much for. It's not. You would know this. We'll roll a lore skill. I will say you can roll. What did you have, Finnick, for lore skills?
cryptology, occult, Adeptus Astra Telepathica, Imperial Guard, Imperial Navy, Psychers, and Warp.
Roll cryptography. Any kind of roll a cryptographical lore test. Okay, hopefully I have your stats in that book. If not, we'll just have to reskin one of the stats we do have and go from there.
Okay.
Okay. Couple degrees success or failure?
Yeah, like 4 degrees of failure.
You have no idea. It's a symbol. It's definitely a symbol. Triangles are very symbol-y. You have no idea
I know a
what it's about.
symbol when I see one. That's a symbol. I don't know what it is, but it's a symbol.
Yeah. Stranthenes. Okay.
Well, how much do lures cost, by the way?
It should be a couple hundred experience points. So
Depends on what it is.
Yeah.
It'll be in your
yes.
level
If
up sheet.
Yeah. I can bring up the book. Let's do a little detour. So, for those of you unfamiliar with the system, we're using Rogue Trader, which is a PQR. Reinhardt, interesting. Rogue Trader core book. Here we go. Essentially, and that should be one for Arch Militants. Essentially, what you've let's see, Arch Militants. Yeah. So you're roughly, I would say, rank 1, rank 2. So you can have Imperial Guard lore. Ooh, you've forbidden lore about pirates. Yeah, there are 100. The various ones are about secret. Lore about 100 to 200. Experience a pop, and
Yeah, well, I've got 500 spare EXP right now. At some point, 550 spare. Could I take lore culinary?
Lore culinary.
Yeah.
It is not on your list, so that would be a negotiation. Generally, I don't know if it's officially one, but I can make that work. So, there's the rule.
Want to know about donuts?
Sure.
And the
Yeah, actually, there would
bakery.
be some really interesting stuff there. I could. Sorry, as a game master, to having people take fun lore skills is awesome sauce, and actually, this might be perfectly, actually perfect. This might be a perfect timing, actually, because we got an ad break in 3 minutes, and the donuts. You should get donuts in 3 minutes too, so this should work out perfectly. Okay, so. Essentially, yes, but it would require a negotiation. I would say it'd be 250 XP. Essentially, the rules state that the DM can allow a player character to take any skill, even if it's not listed on there. If it's not listed on the level up sheet, you have to negotiate with the DM, which is me, and I say yes. And then they set a price for it with experience points, and I say it's probably 250 because it's an unusual one.
Okay.
But yeah, 250 XP, and you can have culinary lore. This will not help you with this, but
During his downtime on the ship, he'll spend time in the bakery and around the thing, trying to get basic knowledge. That's where that's where he's at right now, the basic knowledge. So he's just trying to get the hang of something to pass the time.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have that. It will not help you right now though, because this is not a culinary symbol of any sort. I will say, it is you've seen it. It's an old ancient Terran symbol. I'll give you that much. With your knowledge,
I will ask in a curious but respectful manner. Oh, I noticed you have a very interesting symbol on the side of your head.
Yeah, that one. It's an ancient Terran symbol. Represents love, and its plethora of forms. It's
okay.
Yeah, a friend of mine, it's complicated. Anyway, it's complicated. She looked it up for me.
Oh God, back to work. Did I just stumble into a backstory? Oh my God.
Yes,
what am I doing
that is
here?
Notoriously something you.
Johan is asking them for their backstories.
Yes, but yeah, since it's an ancient Terran symbol of love.
So this other person was your girlfriend?
Well,
That's not
yes.
that's not prime to pound in the
Uh,
is it in this world? I mean in this
um,
lore?
it is most planets. I would say yeah, most planets are pretty chill.
Okay. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
not a big deal. He's like,
yeah.
well, I
There's
make a
very
big
little
deal of it.
stigma,
Okay.
especially in among
Hmm.
starfarers. Certain planets
Hmm.
get a little dicey. Certain kind of planets, certain planets less so. But yeah, depends on the planet and where on the planet too. But yeah,
Okay.
but yes, she's kind of like she we it's she used to be. I'll believe it at that. But yeah, she
You,
was interested in ancient Terran symbology and
you, yeah, well, yeah, I totally get it. I learned my lesson the hard way. Never get a tattoo of a significant other that you're dating, because
yep.
then you end up having something happen and you're stuck with that tattoo for the rest of your life, you know.
Yeah, well, that's why I chose
he,
a symbol.
he like shows her like a little bunny rabbit on the back of his back. He's like, yeah, there was this cute girl in this one world, and yeah,
Okay, I'm gonna
drunk
write
the
this
night,
down.
got a tattoo, and then
Yeah, this
three
is
weeks later, went our separate ways, and now I'm stuck with a bunny tattoo for the rest of my life. It's ridiculous.
good to
But,
know.
is what it is.
I'm writing this down. So we're about to start an ad break, and I think we got donuts. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna take a 5 minute, quick 5 minute break, and that will let you go get the donuts. And yes, all right, 5 minute break, everyone. I'm going to pop up a it's one well, okay 1 minute, but we'll stay for a little longer. We're off video, but I'm gonna leave the mics hot unless so. If you want to mute, now's your chance. I'm going to. One has a bunny tattoo. This is
Yeah,
backstory
I
stuff for
need to
me.
add that too. Since it's brand new lore, we'll just add that right in.
Yep. And Andre did get back to the ship. And yeah, you should have. By the way, well, I'll
Wait,
send a
check.
message.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, wait. Let me. Yes, you should have thingamabob.
Thingamabob.
Yep. Hopefully it came and it worked. Yes. Right. Okay, yes. Should have thingamabob. Alright. I need to find the notebook that has all the majiggy whatsits. Hindenburg. Not that notebook. Um.
So everything got here, and thank you so much. God, you're not wrong. That's a lot of donuts.
Well, they get you get a delivery. They take the delivery charge off if you get enough donuts. So I was like, well,
Right.
yeah, that was to get free delivery. Okay. I do not have that notebook, but that's okay. So I don't have stats, but we all ready to go back on? Yes. No.
Yeah, I'll just be unpacking a donut.
Okay. Cool. We are back live. Hi everyone. Welcome back live. I do have liquid. Excellent. Enhanced water. Yeah. So I am out of energy drink, so I have to make do. That was supposed to be this morning, but we got sidetracked.
They're frozen.
Yes. So we got Johan Donuts. So yeah, you guys, you pop by and stop at each other here. Take some donuts. So you have a box of donuts. You have cookies. Oh, you have those cookies. You have cookies. Good. Cookies are good. Okay. I feed my players. Okay, so here's what we plan. You guys are getting Terena, a young tech priest, who has a cool triangle tattoo on the side of her head. What else? To have the tattoo, you've got the. Johan has a tattoo. We learned fun new facts about players or characters. Andre is back on the ship. He is. Yeah, he's gonna slink off and not go back until you can sort that out. And Odette is kind of gonna look at you. What happened down there? What happened? Is there something with Andre, or is that just is that something I should worry about?
Well, he was very disapproving of my actions and failed to obey orders, so I relieved him of duties until he could sort that attitude out.
Uh-huh. You shot someone, didn't you? And you were extra cruel to somebody? Pain, suffering?
Two people.
Yeah, that's kind of how medics are about when you hurt other people. Even the enemies, they're really
I wasn't extra cruel. Not like I tortured him or anything. They were running off to go do who knows what.
You shot. Yeah. Yeah, that's running away. That's well, I mean, you got to do what you got to do in war. Medics are always a little titchy about that, though, especially when they're humans. Like Xenos scum, they don't care. Heretics, but actual other humans, you have to bring under the heel. They just don't understand. Medics are bleeding hearts, a lot of them. Okay, I'll talk to him, see if I can't straighten out his attitude or something. I mean, I could just confine him to ship, right? I mean, Dr. Kurosawa needs fucking people on ship, and we have enough injuries as it is. I'll confine him to ship, send you with someone else next time. You are taking... Captain says you guys are taking Finnick, and Tirana, I think they're sending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't get out much, but good for her. She actually, though, I mean, if I'd swung that way, she's kind of... Well, anyway, if I swung that way. Point being, what else? You good? They're sending 3 of you. You want anyone else? You want to have backup on that, or 3 of you good?
I think we could probably handle it.
All right. Okay. We're sending a little bit of a more long-distance craft with you, so... All right.
We'll need a pilot. We'll need a pilot, obviously, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I can send you with one of our guys. Plausible enough. Stuck the flyer right because you're not sending. Yeah. All right. Yeah, they want Harmon on the ship to work on something, so fair enough. Send you with another pilot shuttle. Should be good. Don't do anything stupid, Johan.
I can make no promises.
All right, Finnick, you keep an eye on him, and you can ping. Joanna's around. You can ping her if things go sideways.
Why is it I feel like he can handle it. You shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but Vox gets wonky when you get that you get more than a planet or two over. Vox gets wonky, and communication.
If you say so.
It's a 3-second lag, but it's.
Do we know what we're expecting? Where we're going?
No idea. Janthine said. What did she say? I got her notes here. Probably transmitting some sort of transmitter. And they know where it is. And I got a whole list of specs on it, but what else is there? We don't have eyes on it, so there's some sort of shielding. We checked the ship sensors. There's something keeping it shielded. So we got between a little bit of the sensor and the null area and ping and I don't know. The tech guys figured it out. Between what
What's
Jantine
the
did and our
plan?
own sensor guys, we figured it out. But what is a little dicey? There's a transmitter. We know that it transmits
What
vibe
type of
signals.
planet are we going on to? Are we gonna need protective suits? Or are we gonna?
Uh,
Is it a normal?
it's probably no air. So yeah, probably void suits would be prudent. Yeah, it's not a habitable planet. It's void suits. They might have air within, some sort of contained, but yeah, get void suits. They'll cover you for most nonsense. If it's really bad, come back and get something better. Should be able to squeeze the void suits over the carapace if you're careful.
And here I thought if it got really bad, we would just keep blindly walking forward.
She kind of gives you an narrowed eyes, rolls her eyes, and just says, "Yeah, all right. You guys armed? All that? Yeah, you can blow stuff up with your brain. Yeah. All right. Okay, off you go. So Odette packs you into the flyer, and you do not want any extra NPCs. You got Terina for tech stuff. You don't want anyone else.
Well, we could bring our resident flamethrower guy.
You want Nolan?
Hmm.
Nolan is pretty reliable.
All right. He grins. All right. Where are we going?
Well, we found a transmitter that's been speaking to some rebels down on the planet and giving them all kinds of equipment that they should not have.
Oh, right. They're the guys that had the APC, which freaking they've assault. Yeah, it was a cool piece of equipment. Vulnerable to flame, though. They didn't think of that. That's why he always got Old Faithful.
And if we're lucky, there might be a handful of them down there for you to set on fire.
All right. Let's do it. So
I kind of imagine
are you sure
Nolan.
you shouldn't send someone with him? Just, do you want me to go with? You sure you're just taking Nolan?
We're taking Nolan and tech priest.
Yeah, she's gonna be much help with that. Sure.
She's plenty of help for figuring out whatever it is about this
Oh
transmitter.
yeah, you absolutely have to have a tech priest, but for Nolan, I mean, she's well, that
Oh,
was
it's
couple
it's
nights.
Odette who's asking us to go along.
Sergeant Verbank. She was a sergeant in the guard for a while. You guys kind of poached her, and she kind of usually leads tactical teams. So you usually have her and a couple others depending on Sitch. You can pick and choose who you take, but she kind of, if you have more than one or two of them, she's put in charge of that usually.
Is there something else that we should know? Is there something you're not telling us?
Well, Nolan is. She kind of hesitates. He's a good kid. He can fight well. He's a little gung ho on the flamethrower sometimes when he shouldn't be tactically, and she kind of looks at you, looks at Johan, kind of raises his eyebrows a little. She sighs. Yep. Okay. If you think you can handle that, you don't need me. Fair. Just, I'll give him a talking to and make sure they'll come back in one
What are
piece.
you gonna do? Like adjust, like as he's shooting his flamethrower, you're gonna adjust the settings. I mean, what?
No, I'm gonna keep him from flamethrowing things he shouldn't flamethrower. That's my job.
He had perfectly good discretion on previous missions. He was disappointed, but he didn't burn anything that we told him not to.
I was on all those previous missions, but okay. If you think you can handle that, go. And power to you. All right. Maybe I worry too much.
I don't know. Phoenix, if she wants to come, she's more than welcome to come. I don't care.
Yeah, I just feel like there's something else going on that we're not being made privy to.
Go out. Yeah, if there's more, you bet. You might as well tell us now before
there's she kind of sighs. Look, if you haven't figured it out by now, me telling you is not going to help. It's nothing critical, just basic interpersonal kind of
Spit it
sighs.
out.
What kind of fungus? Can my ship's doctors deal with that?
She just looks. You can kind of see her very subtly make the sign of the Aquila and like roll her eyes upward toward up, generally where the Emperor, you know. So, in a metaphorical sense, not in a literal sense. And we don't have a medic, so there's that.
That just raises more questions.
Okay. So, how about you just spit it out?
I'm trying to explain, but is that Nolan is less than fully mentally stable.
Well,
And
obviously he's a
it helps. I've found it helpful to be able to keep an eye on him. As someone who is put in charge of these things, I kind of worry about him without me to be there. If you think that's not necessary, more power to you. I'll
I mean,
trust your judgment on that.
Yeah, he's a pyro, but like that hasn't been a problem in the past.
well, keep
I
saying
have-
that because
Well-
he was it.
In the past that you have had him on your missions, just
Oh,
I'll just-
Phoenix, I think the point she's trying to say is that he hasn't been a problem before because she also was there.
yes, um, I mean, he has matured as a person. He is better now than he used to be. I'll just say that much. Your choice.
You're really not making it sound like it's our choice.
She just says, "Okay, I will leave you with Nolan then," and just walks away. So yeah, you are just taking Nolan.
And Nolan has been there the entire time, right? Because he was with us on the planet.
Yeah. He went. She did kind of try to cordon you off without him, but he is coming. Kind of came back to that, and he just laughs. She worries too much. I got this. She's always
Great.
fussing.
Now, just to be clear, you're not going to start burning stuff that either Phoenix or I do not tell you to burn, right?
He kind of. He kind of. He kind of gives a nod. Yeah. I got this. He kind of flips the flamethrower. I have better self control now. I got this.
Excellent.
Yeah, good enough for me.
I kind of imagine Nolan looking like a fire bat from StarCraft. I don't know if you're familiar with those.
No, but all right.
Well, all right, let's go.
All right. So you are on your way. Okay, that's sorted. All right, you are on your way. And piled in. You guys are flying out. I am gonna have the NPC pilot make a check. And I will note down that you are going with just Nolan. Hardy takes Nolan and Terrana, and I do not have stats for her, so she will share Janthine's stats for now. No other PCs. Okay. Pilot is. Let's see. Let me just make one quick. Yeah, I'd say reasonable. So yeah, you find yourself kind of coming in. You so you kind of head out, and it's an in-system trip. It's a little longer. The flyers aren't super fast, and it is a whole couple planets out, so it's gonna take a while. Nolan's like, his knees are twitching and his fingers are twitching.
Need to calm the nerves a little bit. You can have a swig. I'll offer him my flask with Amasec.
Okay, he's gonna take a sip. Oh, that's good stuff, probably, right?
What? Got a bunch of it on the previous planet.
Oh yeah, then you picked up the armor, and also,
Yep.
didn't Johan get kind of glanced at him? Well, anyway, we sorted that out if I recall correctly.
You did.
Okay, got this.
Actually, was Vorbank along for that mission?
I think, yeah, Verbank was. I believe Nolan was too. I believe.
I know Nolan was.
Yeah.
We had to like, no, don't burn them. No, don't burn them on like 3 separate occasions.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't. You're right. Okay. Good to know. Oh, actually, since you're gonna mention it, and then I will put this on the Discord as well. Okay. Oh yeah, that does give Nolan and Power Armor vibes. All right. He is wearing just kind of flak, marked with the Helmchill house symbol, just kind of, and Imperial, the Imperial crest with the eagles. And yeah, you guys are on your way. One more piloting check. This one's gonna be a little trickier, so we'll see what we can do. Yikes, no. Okay, so you're heading down, and you kind of come across, as you kind of come up on one of the moons, you see a dome below, and there seems to be a port, but the pilot goes down for it and kind of skims it and dings the side and kind of spins off. Yeah. Shards. Okay. Hold on. Alright, a corrective maneuver. Okay. Alright, that's better. He kind of manages to pull it around. You are thrown, nearly pitched forward. Kind of spins. You kind of spin in orbit. He kind of pulls the shuttle, pulls this crazy maneuver right up and down and close. And there is, you notice, docking. Some sort of connector that is designed for shuttles. Or for flyers, rather. It's small little airlock that you could probably fit up. Put the put the flyer up and kind of open it, but you're not sure what's inside and what kind of air you might be opening to. However, it is an airlock, which suggests some sort of pressure differential, or something, at least pressurized. You don't know if it's breathable, you don't know what may or may not be in there. You know that the whoever delivered the guns and stuff was human, and that the guy they were working for was almost certainly human. So they were paid large sums of money by a human dealer to deliver this stuff. Now, whether that human had a Xenos overlord, or whether, the transmitters were coming from the same person, or what, you don't know. But human delivery and human boss. They were negotiating with a human. They weren't stupid enough to try and, yes, they were rebelling against someone who had some imperial authority, but they weren't heretics to the Emperor as God Emperor, and they were only dealing with humans, not Xenos. So, whether you want to judge them as heretics or not, that's up to you. But they certainly weren't dealing with Xenos or anyone obviously chaos. It was definitely human. And what they noticed, delivery guys were hired guns. That's what you know from talking to the various, rebellion members on the, villagers. So there's that. What that means, you're not sure, but that means that this has an airlock, and the airlock is compatible with your flyer.
No, I mean, I would assume that our flyer is going to try to hook us up to that unless he wants us to just float around in space.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, you could go, he could, there's enough of a thin atmosphere on the planet, there's enough gravity, he could probably land it and then send you out in void suits to investigate further before you just went in. Are you going to void suit up? Because there's probably air on the other side,
Yes.
given it's an airlock.
Yeah, we can void suit up regardless.
That's
but,
true.
We can take those off.
Yeah.
But if you're in no air or whatever, you can't just make one
Whoops.
appear.
Yeah.
But we're also going. Johan will, he'll he'll issue command boarding protocol or whatever to make sure that because we don't know what kind of reception we're going to get when we go through the airlock, so we're going to be prepared in case they have a defense of some sort, either robotic or human.
Yeah. All right. So you're putting. Okay. So you want to do a formation. You're all, I would say, probably suited up in case you lock the helmets. You can take the helmets on and off essentially. If there's breathable air, I'm guessing you have them off in the shuttle simply because the flyer simply because it's got breathable air as part of its setup.
And then I'd like to pre-up this with telekinetic shield.
Okay.
Just
so, and that covers just you, or
just me? Yeah.
Okay. And Nolan is gonna pop out in front and then kind of look back at Johan questioningly, like, what? Flamer out, up in front. Then he's gonna, kind of look to you, make sure this is cool with that.
Yeah, but you better not use that thing and set the place that we're going into on fire, because that's the only place that we have to go right now. So be careful. Be picky on your targets.
Kind of hesitates. You can see him twitching. Kind of nods, and he does have a pistol, backup service pistol, Laz. Now, the other thing about that is you have a bolt gun, correct? A bolt pistol?
2 of them.
Okay. The thing to remember about any projectile weapons that have actually shoot solid projectiles is that you are you're in a pressurized dome in space. So if the walls get damaged, that can be catastrophic for your health and safety. You guys have void suits. You're okay on that front, but just a reminder of the dangers of projectile weapons in space. Would you have snagged a las gun as backup or no?
Do those not have the same effect?
Well, it's not going to punch a hole through the outer wall.
Exactly.
The same way a bolt gun would.
Yeah.
I guess if one was available.
Yeah. So you're gonna have, basically you can get pretty much like a requisition, but yeah, you can get what kind of weapon do you want? Because that'll depend on what stats you use, and you can choose which one you use on any given moment.
I would go with the pistol since I'm good with them.
Okay. Last pistol. Let me just look at this up. I'm excited about this.
And then, do you want me to roll for the...
Oh, the telekinetic shield. Yes. Roll for that. Don't get doubles.
Unfettered.
Start with it's a willpower, right?
Yes.
Okay.
56. We are good.
Oh, you are good to go. Okay. Yeah. So you each have... I will look up the stats in a second. You have... What are you going to have a bolt pistol as well, or are you going to pull a second pistol? And if so, Helgun or other Lasgun or what?
Talking to me.
To Finnick. Because I believe Finnick carries a bolter as backup, if I recall correctly, a bolt pistol.
No, I have a last pistol.
Oh, there you go. You already got one. Perfect. You're ahead of the curve. Okay.
I've never had a bolt weapon.
Right. I am mixing you up with other people. You got shot with a bolt weapon a few times.
I do have a mono edge dagger as backup as well.
Oh, there you go. That is very helpful. Mono edge means that it's one molecule thick. So, there's that. Gotcha. Okay. Keeping an eye on this timings and such. Okay. So your formation, you got Nolan first. What's the other marching order?
I'd be up front as well.
All right. Side by side or just behind him?
Side by side, because like we'll like when you open the door, each of us will be on one side of the door, peering in. So using the door, the side of the door as cover, and then the other
Gotcha.
two, we'll keep them safely behind the walls before we move forward.
Gotcha.
I can offer them up as targets.
And Finnick and Tarana also side by side, or do you want to go behind her?
I mean, I wouldn't be in the very back, so if she's gonna be behind one of them, I'll be side by side with her then.
You want her to be behind you or no?
That'll work too. Whichever.
All right. Just a little bit to left and behind. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, you're heading in. Let me check. See, we're gonna have an ad break. So what I'm gonna do during that is I'm going to go and find the where's the initiative? Okay, good. Movement and psychic. Oh yes, weapons. Here we go. Weapons. I'm gonna see if I can't find stats because you're gonna have a hell gun. If I let's see, last weapons. Oh, an archaeotag. Near unique, very rare. Do you want a dueling pistol or a hell pistol? Dueling pistol does one more damage. It's a +5 instead of a +4. However, it is also only single shot, and you can't double shoot it the way you can with a hell pistol. It also only has a clip of 1, so that might be a. It does have extra accuracy, but it also only has 1 clip. But it has pen 4 though. Well, hell pistol has pen 7, so you're probably better off with the hell pistol, I'm guessing. Ooh, those are fun. Yeah, okay. Hell pistol. Unless you really want a dueling pistol.
Who are you talking to?
You. Because you're the one who
I thought I was getting a las pistol.
They're different types of las pistol, essentially. Hell
And
pistol
they're both?
is, yes, a hell pistol. You can have a regular old las pistol, but it can't double shoot the way a hell pistol can, and only has, it's just basically much more common and therefore easier to find. But I would say you absolutely could have a hell pistol because you guys are rogue traders. You can find stuff like this.
And it only has 1 shot?
No, that would be a dueling pistol, which would have.
Yeah, I'm not doing a 1 shot. I would want more than 1 shot.
Then the hell pistol has a clip of 40, and you can shoot them 2 at a time if you want, essentially.
Okay.
I have stats for it here if we need them. Let's see. Hell pistol, and does Finnick have a regular las pistol or a hell pistol?
Plain Jane, it's master craftsmanship for whatever good that'll do.
Oh no, that's actually good. Yeah, definitely. Okay, cool. Las pistol. Yeah, that's probably just about what. That's probably what I would guess what Terran is rocking as well. Oh.
Now you realize that we're probably going to end up in a big firefight, or else we wouldn't be statting all this stuff out.
Right?
Maybe not. Yeah. The door opens, and it spits you out into an airlock, and there's nobody waiting in the airlock.
Okay.
And then they shut the door of the flyer behind you, and you're in an airlock, and you have the door in front of you. there's a keypad. You're sealed in, essentially. You could open the flyer door at any point to go back. But
I'll put our tech priest to work. Move her up.
okay.
All right.
Okay, let's do this. Let's see what stats we have. Let me look at. I'm trying to find her stats. If I don't have them typed up, then we are using other stats I have. Let's back up for that. There are a lot of, planets. Janthine. We got Det. Ziel. Kursawa. We have Harmon. Lara. Rina. Yep, because she was with you earlier. He's not even near Johan. I have Johan's original. Helmschul. Much help you got.
I could have swore I sent you the new one.
Oh, I have the new one. It's just not put in my
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have this one is, and there's Phoenix. Yeah, I have. Yep. Basically, I have A, and then Dr. Kane. Yeah, and then Captain Helmschul. Yeah. Essentially, I have a master document from when I first created them that I've been typing up from. They were first created in the notebook, then I typed them all up on the here, and essentially, you've got. Let's see. All right, we're gonna use her stats. So, let me go with tech use. Technomat trade. Okay. Largest implant gives you, I believe, a bonus, but tech use is int. So let's see. That's 50. Okay. So she has good int. So essentially, she has to roll this, and she's gonna make a tech use test. I would say it's at a minus 20 just because of the nature of it. Actually, I'm going to give it at a minus 10, which would counteract plus 10, but I believe the Legend Implant probably gives her a bonus too. But my point on that was if she gets more degrees of success, better things happen, essentially. Okay. 28. That actually puts her at, hang on, how many degrees of success? Not quite 3. Okay. So it comes, she manages to hack the keypad and open it up, and then she realizes there's a secondary system, plugs it in, and the door opens smoothly. And I would guess, you are in. The suits ping and indicate there is breathable atmosphere. Whether or not you take your suits off is up to you.
I'll just leave it on for now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave mine on for the moment.
Yeah, and you notice, well, actually, roll an awareness check.
Okay.
Visual or hearing?
Do you still get the hearing bonus with the void suit? That is a good question. I would say visual. And, well, you roll a hearing and have Johan roll the visual.
I have it at a basic level. What does that mean?
That means you get, it means you can make your roll against your,
Perception. Okay.
Yes, perception. Make a roll against perception.
I rolled a 41 and I need a 43. So I barely made it, maybe?
Yeah, barely made it. Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh,
wow. Dang.
okay. So you can hear. So the white suit does have some sensors, and you have really good hearing. Your ears kind of prick, and you can turn them too, which is very helpful for figuring out directionality. Most humans do not have the ability to do that. You're kind of unique in that. So you kind of spin your ears, and you can hear there's something coming down the hallway. At least 3 somethings moving.
Okay.
They seem moving slowly for now. You can hear something coming from the other side as well, a little quieter, and you hear like click, 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 and that's about it.
We have incoming. Be on your guard.
And did I see something?
Yeah. You notice that there is a little bit of a red light along the top of the wall, and also Nolan is clicking the switch on the flamethrower. Just kind of nervous to take a clicking.
Sure.
That's that, and yeah, you're rolling a 1. I'll give you that.
So, do the sounds sound mechanical in nature or human in nature?
Well, the clicking is mechanical, and that's coming from Nolan. Venick knows you would say there's a mechanical, like, whirring undertone, like a little high pitched, and you can pick up on this a little bit because you have a higher range than most. There's a high, little over buzzing, but they're definitely footsteps, which means it's something with locomotion, human style locomotion, like the footsteps sound.
Vaguely servitor-like.
Yes, well, okay. There's definitely one set that has tracks, and one set that has tracks, and one that's vaguely, servitory. Something similar to that.
So, do the red lights signify something that I would be aware of?
I would say roll against your lore for the Tactical Imperialis. You have that.
I am 100% sure I do not have that lore.
Lore Militarum, Lore Astra Militarum.
Yeah, if you've got Imperial Guard, Imperial Navy,
Yeah.
Astra Ploton, anything like that.
Yeah. So some sort of military lore, I would imagine.
I'm guessing I probably didn't, but let's see.
No, I think you do. Hang on. I think you get that as
No,
a...
I mean, I think I didn't make the lore. I have a 53.
Oh.
53. Let me look. And you're into 37. And...
Tactical Imperialis. I have that at a basic knowledge, but my check is like a 37.
All right, yeah, because your intelligence is fairly low. Okay. So 53, you don't make the check. But, it seems like probably not great.
Oh, yeah, red
Red
lights
usually
never are.
means problems. That seems to be a consistent theme. What sort of
Flashy
problems?
red light is bad.
Yeah, that's generally with that close a miss, I would say you would get. I think the near miss is actually a really good mechanic, borrowed from a I was going to say a DM Telax I had.
Oh, yeah.
That was actually really helpful. So yeah, you would say red light is bad. Exactly what that means, you're not sure in this context, but red light, that doesn't seem good. Yeah, and you've got 3 things coming from, and one coming forward. The one coming forward from in front of you, there's no steps. There's just a whirring and like a little bit of air displacement. So there's something coming, but it's not on the ground.
Well, there's not much we can do but wait for them to become visible. So,
All right, they're coming towards you. Do you want to switch up formation, pack yourselves in? What do you
I'm
wanna
thinking
do then?
packing ourselves in would probably be a bad idea because if they do shoot at us, we're all like, you miss one of us, you can
Hit
hit
somebody else.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
clump. Okay, but how do you want to arrange yourselves? Because you got Nolan
I'll-
will pretty much go where you say. 2 of you have your own movement. Darren
I'll move
does.
Ahead of the tech priest.
Okay. So she's just gonna kind of cower behind you. All right.
Again, I'm using
They
the
shouldn't cower, but
the opening door as a I'm using the door as a to give partial cover.
Oh, so
as
you're gonna
I-
kind of be in the airlock behind.
Yeah, peek it out,
Sure.
looking.
It goes. I will say there is like a little bit, and it's opened by the time they start coming in. It's opened all the way. So, but there is you can get, I would say, one quarter cover, and I'll
That's
adjust
fine.
I'll give them a negative modifier accordingly. But yeah, you get a little bit of cover from that.
Negative modifier. That sounds like they're coming for a fight.
Maybe,
That's not
maybe
very
not. They
that's
might not
very
want to shoot
friendly.
you, but if
Well,
they
you
do, they get a little bit of a disadvantage on that because you're partially covered. I will say
Sure.
that for that because
you
that's a
well
technical cover.
you pick the body part that'd be most likely to be covered, and if they roll a hit
Ah,
and
yes,
targets that body part, they would hit the cover.
right. There is a rule for that. I'd forgotten that. Yes, and I would say probably either your right arm or your left arm, depending on which side you're on, right or left.
Well, I figure I'll be on the left side, so my
Okay.
right arm would be sticking out.
All right. So sticking out, left arm is covered. Okay, so if we roll and they hit your left arm, they will ding off the cover. There is a chance at that. I would say the left leg as well. I would say it's a 50-50 on the left leg, so we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Finnick, are you doing a similar crouchy thing where you're kind of Nolan is planting himself right in the front with the flamethrower, unless you tell him otherwise.
No, I'm just kind of up there with Nolan.
Okay, so you're not in cover necessarily. You're not trying to hug the wall to get cover. All right, if you're not trying to hug the wall, you don't get cover. Okay, so we'll write down. Okay,
So, Lee, I got a question about the airlock. Like, as I'm peering into the area we're going
sure.
into,
Yeah.
how developed is it? Like, is it like a state-of-the-art facility? Is it like a
No, that's a good
rundown
question.
facility?
Well, it's got an airlock. It's pretty state. We would say. It's pretty well built. Definitely. Not like a first thing. It seems all human. Very, the kind of stuff you would see, similar to the one on the ship. Like it's definitely human designed style. It's all white. There's a little bit of room on the side of the door, on each side, but not much. That's why you only have your arm covered and like a little bit more. But because it goes all the way, the doors slide open,
But
side to side.
it's not looking like this is a like cheaply made.
No, this is it. It's definitely got reasonable. It's up to code, as it were.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's definitely up to code. Something you might see in Arbites facility, in terms of quality, a little. Yeah, it's all white on the inside, but it's kind of sleek, futury design. You ever seen like 2001 or something, that kind of all white? Don't know why they make it all white, but it's cool looking, I guess. But yeah, pretty basic. And there is gravity, so and air presumably. So there is gravity and air here. So you don't float or anything, which you have a little heavier. I would say you notice it is like zero point 0.7, so little less than usual, but very doable. Very livable, little less than usual. The If you wanted to check the moon outside and whether that's more or less than that, or 0.75. So yeah, so you're at 0.75 G's gravity. So 3/4 of what Earth has, or Terra, what ancient Terra has. So, and most ships use that because that's how humans evolved, and it is. It's the Imperium, the holy planet, the Imperium. Obviously, the gravity of that is the best gravity to be because, of course, it's Terra. It's the best. So generally, ships use that one, whereas planets are whatever size and density they happen to be. That's what you get.
Well, I'm just gonna suck in and enjoy all the Emperor's gravity.
Yeah, you only get three
Best
quarters the
gravity.
amount as you would on Earth, but gives you a little spring in your step. But there's
So,
that.
what comes around the corners?
Okay, so as you see it, the first thing that gets there, there's a whistling, and you see, It's got an anti-grav boost. You can see it's not a small. You think it might have been a human child once. And it has wings.
What?
It's a very small human shape.
Oh, it's a cherub.
Yes, it's a cherub. Only this one has like some sort of. The arms have been replaced by some sort of weapon system. It's got barrels. You're not sure what they do. But yeah, it's been replaced with tubes. This is and it's kind of flying like this, Superman-y kind of way, flat out. With these, it has anti-grav boosters, not wings. It has wings, but they're not. You can tell they're decorative. It's got mostly anti-grav boosters, like a Servo Skull would, and fingers splayed in barrels. So that's probably some sort of weapon. And the face is like this golden mask. Over.
Do I know what a cherub is?
Yes. Anyone who lived in the Imperium for any length of time would probably know cherubs. They are, they're little servitors made from children, skeletons usually.
Babies.
And they have wings, and usually the wings are kind of semi-functional, and they have like grav boosters to
Sure.
hide them. Depending on what kind of skeleton you get, you can get some interesting ones that will work on wings alone. Yeah, it's a little grisly, but yeah, this one seems a little bigger than most. I would say, but yeah, it is a cherub.
Look back at our tech priest and like, did you hack that?
She kind of blinks at it. It doesn't. If I can get my hands on it, I could probably reprogram. I think it's. She's kind of looking. She's gonna roll a tech use test. She's gonna roll a tech use. Ooh, she's got good dodge skills, is what she's got. No, that's Johan. Never mind. Johan has good dodge skills. She
Yeah, he
does
does.
not. We are using her stats, so tech use. Got decent intelligence. Let's see. Tech use, int. She looks at it. Maybe. I wouldn't know where to start with that, but I can try. I'd have to get it, though.
I think do those things have, do we know, do you know if that thing has a human mind or is it just a robot?
Obviously it has a mind. There's no, that would be sacrilege if it didn't have a human mind.
So
That would be the
Finnick-
heresy of the highest
What I'm
order.
saying, is that Finnick may be able to shut it down?
I don't know. Does your powers work on servitors?
Me?
Yeah, does your powers work on servitors? That's the question.
Depends on what power you're looking for me to use.
Well, this thing looks like it's pretty well armed. So if you could, if a fight breaks out, if you were able to shut it down, that would probably be really helpful.
I don't know that I can shut it down, but I could definitely put it at a disadvantage.
As you're talking, it starts to swing around, and it seems to have you don't know what kind of senses it might have, but you're pretty sure it has vibration, some sort of hearing of some class. Maybe not as good as Phoenix, but it definitely has some sort of hearing, and it is swinging around. And whatever else is coming is getting closer. I need you all to roll initiative. We're going to do some initiative. Yep, okay, it's 11...
I think he's surrendering. I'm not sure.
Maybe. Let's.
What do I roll for initiative? Is that my?
That is a D10 plus your agility, and then any initiative bonuses you might have. It's got. Let's see what we got. Well, let's get a D10 on there anyway, and go from there.
And what would I? Let's see. Look at my skills here. Do I have is there a skill that increases that?
No, but there might be a talent depending on what you have. If there's a talent for it, there might be a talent that will give you the drop or something. But I think
Let's see.
who had that talent? It was either Kestak or Reinhardt had that talent, I think. But let's see. They all always got ridiculous.
Kestak did.
Kestak did. Yep. Another character in this similar system that. Let's see. Okay, so that's got 7. These guys have. I'm putting them all on the same initiative. Oh, I have an actual. I will show the viewers and. See the axe. A D10. I don't know if you can see this, but it's a D10 with a 10 on the face. It's from my fancy set. Yeah, you can't get it to focus, but it's got autofocus. It's not helping, but you know, it's really cool. And it. All right, that's decent for them. Okay, that is. Okay, actually, I have stats for those, if I recall correctly. Let me look in here. We should have stats, for those, enemies, fleets, adversaries, and, yes, this one. Here we go. Yes, we have those. Okay, so let's see. Ooh, it's got some fun stuff. But only, okay. Yeah, that's lower. Yeah, okay, so it's going first. What do you guys got for initiative?
13.
Yep, okay.
I had an 8 total, 4 plus 4.
Okay, so you guys are going first. You got an 8, and, your Nolan is, I think we gave him we're using those stats for him, and you've got, she's got agility, so she's the brown one. 5. Okay, she's going last. And he's going. Where is he going? Because this will be. No. Should be down here somewhere. We have. Yes, here we go. Yeah, so 3. So, yeah, he's going, let's say, I'm going to give him advantage, like, going before the servitors, because they all have tied initiatives. I'm letting Nolan go first. Okay, so. Are we ready?
So I called it.
Yeah, you're pretty sure they are servitors. But, let's see. Do with that. Finnick, you are first. This, you can hear the other ones coming. They're a little farther off. They're not going very fast.
Which ones can I see?
The cherub, essentially.
Just a cherub.
Okay. I'm gonna give her. Yes, I'm gonna give. You know what? You're just gonna have. Alright, I'm gonna say there's that stats plus a. Ooh, not great. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna give it a boost to that, and then we'll just. No fellowship, but we'll give it that, and then we'll do the weapon. Okay, that's fair. Alright, so what are you gonna do? You can see you can hear the other ones, the servitors coming, so you can probably duck around out into the main hallway and see them probably, but that would put you right behind the cherub with the weird guns. So, do you really want to do that?
Probably not. So, I would like to grab hold of it with telekinetic crush.
Okay, sure. That is thing you can do.
It is an opposed test. So
it is an opposed test. Okay.
Yes. It is rolling toughness.
Of course it is. Okay. That's the thing about
Babies, they're soft.
Yeah, the thing about ooh. Oh, that could be fun. All right. Yeah, that's very fun. Okay. All right. Think about having it as PDF instead of that is that yeah, the thing about having them instead of this is that you get I can't it's harder to get a like check everyone's stats at the same time. So
Yeah.
we're gonna do that and go back down to the stats for the other one, which we agreed it just has higher ballistic stat, but it's using otherwise those stats, which are down. Okay. Right. Right. Okay. So, you guys are getting. There we go. All right. So it is willpower test. You said. It's an opposed
Yes.
willpower test, I believe.
Toughness is what he said.
I make the willpower test. It opposes with toughness.
Poses with also not great. Okay. Yeah, it's very fragile. So
It's a baby.
yeah, it's
Use the baby.
a little bigger than your eye. Yeah, but that's not gonna help it. I said it probably had a
Get
higher toughness than that,
in
but you know what?
my
That's definitely
belly.
not gonna help. It gets. Let's see. What's this one listed as? We could give it. I believe it has 6 degrees of failure. So you just don't have. Yeah, 6 degrees of failure.
6 degrees.
Of failure. Yep.
Coincidentally, I had 6 degrees of success.
So that's 12. So yeah, you can do whatever.
It doesn't actually, as far as I could tell, it doesn't actually do anything for having multiple degrees of success. But
No,
it's fun.
but yeah.
It doesn't even need you to crush it. It's just like I'll just crush myself.
Yeah.
Right.
So what?
You know.
What does it take? Damage, or
That is, yeah, it'll take a little bit of damage.
Okay.
Plus 2 damage per effective psi rating,
So
and that is
and you were going fettered.
4, 8 plus 6, 14.
14. Oh, okay. Well, minus the toughness. Say it's got that. So, but the toughness is only. So that's down to 14.
14, and then it is grappled.
Okay. You just crush it. It doesn't have a lot of wounds.
Oh.
Yeah. It does not have a lot of wounds. It's meant to be offensive weapon.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not anymore. It is just a crushed up little skeleton. You hear the cracking of bones. There's no blood left. The wings kind of crunch in. It's you basically put it out of commission for you crush up some of the important circuitry, and it's defunct. So yeah, and
So-
definitely some of the bones break. You just crush it in, and it's just no.
And
Johan, nix that. I am able to disable it.
I give him a big thumbs up.
Okay. Yeah. So, Finnick has just, because we did have an ad break, but Finnick has just completely crushed the small cherub thing flying at them with the guns, and you didn't even get to see what kind of guns it had. It had cool guns.
Yeah, I'm pretty glad.
Look how cool
we
these
didn't
are
get to
as
fight
they're
it.
shooting you.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's crushed. So that's what happens when you get initiative. And have powerful psychers with good initiative. I don't know what I expected. Okay. So Fennec, that's an action. That's a full action or half action for the crush.
It's a half action.
Okay,
but
you want to do anything else with the other half action?
I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay, you kind of square yourself off. Then what else we got? In here we got Johan. You are next in the order. So your partial cover, you can hear at this point the clumping, and the Werv tax. They're getting closer. What are you gonna do about that? You have a defensive position, but that does limit your vision because they're coming from the right side. So,
that should give me a better angle, right?
well, hang on. If they're
You'd
coming
be on
from
the opposite end of the looking out. So
right, yeah, I would say, yeah, because you're here and they're coming in this way. Yeah, I would say it does give
I
you a
don't have
slightly
to
better
peer around the
angle.
corner. I'm like,
Yeah, it does give you a better angle, less corner, so that will factor in your favor. I will say you can see. Can you see them? That's the question. Are they close enough? I would say you can probably see one of them.
can I hold? Can I hold my actions so that for wait to them to get into a better view?
I would say yes, if I remember correctly how
Okay.
this goes. So you use the half action to do the hold, so you can hold a half action. So a shot, you can't go full auto, but you can hold a shot on
That's
the
fine.
pistol.
And
Or you
I'm
can
going to say
overwatch.
something.
Actually, you can just overwatch it.
I
Meaning
don't
you
know
just
what that is.
you set it up to shoot anyone who comes in. Yeah.
Oh, sure. I will do two things. One, when I see them, I'll say, "We found it like that," and then I'll shoot.
Okay.
Looking at the doing a quick glance at the crushed cherub.
Yeah, I would say talking is free extra, but you can do, and you're gonna Overwatch as the official action, and you can just say that's fair. Nothing big dialogue will eat time and cause problems, but a few
Just
sentences here and there, yeah, you're fine.
just Johan being sassy as
Yeah.
we're
Sassy
in the
quips
middle of
are
fighting.
in fact a free action.
also crying is a free action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. If you and Nolan is gonna step out into the hallway and put the flamer to get. Well, actually, he is. Yes, he gets to go next. He is gonna jump out and flamer. And he's gonna
Yeah.
look at you
Yeah.
and just.
Give him the thumbs up.
Okay,
Take him out.
he's gonna start with the flamer. Now, what is the stats for his flamer? Let's see. This goes to 8.
Not nice knowing you, Nolan, but as long as you got one flame off before they rip you to shreds, that's fine.
I think he'll be okay. He's got flak. He'll be fine. He's got flak armor.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's see. Also plasma flame. Here we go. He's got I would say he probably has a heavy one. Yeah, he's got a heavy one. He's your flamethrower guy. And yeah, it's a rare, but he's freaking. He works for Rogue Trader. If you want, you can get rare stuff, no problem. Okay, especially if it's only one, I think. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, he has a heavy flamer. Is going to. Ooh, it's got pen 4. Clip of 10. So. All right. Yeah.
What's
he's.
the pen for?
Yeah, it's got pen 4. So that's fun. And he's gonna step out and he's going to start flaming. Let's see. Now, if I recall correctly, let's see.
And now he's flaming.
Wow. I mean, I never said he was straight. Let's see. Large and cumbersome.
kinda walked
Normally
into
used
that
on
one, didn't
vehicle.
you?
Okay, yeah, no. Power armor use. Okay, so. All right, so yeah, he can't have a heavy flamer because that would require him to be like rag sized, and he's not. So, an easier while wearing a void suit if needed. Faster refueling and easier while using a void suit. Okay, cool. Paratech armor is in the expanse. It does not specify. There should be a flamer, if I recall correctly. Flamers are. Do you let me go. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this. That is the yes. We're gonna go here, there, Fuel. Yes, he has fuel. Okay. Okay. Okay, guns firing semi-automatic or fully are difficult to avoid. When dodging area of effect weapon, such as flamer. Okay. Successful dodge test moves the character to the edge of the area of effect, so long as... Okay, so it's an area of effect. So the question is, what is the area of effect? And the question on that is...
It's a 20-meter cone.
Okay, 20. Oh, wow. Okay. I think they're all in that cone, so they're all going to have to roll dodge, and can they move that far? If I recall correctly, they have to be able to move 10. Okay, can they run that fast? That is a question.
Can servitors run?
I mean, they can move. Let's see. Not very fast, but I would say 12. So, yes, they have terrible dodge, but they can, I would say, move to the edge, but that would put them at 21 meters away. We're going to do that. So if
They have a 12-meter half move?
Not half move. They have a run. I don't know if that's enough.
Well, you wouldn't use your run stat for getting out an AoE.
That's true. It means they're never going to be able to mid out, essentially, because they're... because they're coming toward... And the cone goes wide, so... Yeah, they're not going to be able to get out. Okay. So they're just not even able to dodge. Cool, that's fun. They can't dodge. Let me go back up to...
They do have the machine trait, so if they get lit on fire, then they can still apply their armor to the fire damage.
That is true. And they also have some fun stuff for toughness, but yeah. Essentially, yeah, that's, and they have pretty good armor, too. Ooh, they have some fun stuff with the weapons, too. So assuming they live long enough to use them. I'm going to say... These guys got that many wounds. Okay, so they're going to get a fistful of flames. And let's go here and see what the flamer does. Exotic. Now we want hallucinogenic. Those are grenades. Do you have grenades? You guys have a... Well, it depends on if you're carrying it or not. I don't know if it'd be used against these guys, though, because they're servitors. Okay. It is a D10 plus... no, it's a D10 plus 4 energy damage. Okay, so... Yep, D10 plus 4. So we're going to roll. D10. Ooh, there you go. 10 plus 4, so 14 energy damage. But they get... reduce that to 8 and... sorry. Yes. And then they're... Oh, okay. Okay, they're fine. They're fine. They have... Okay, they're fine. More or less. The... Oh, and then they still have... It's a D... Okay, and they still use their armor and toughness, which... Their toughness is... Ooh, that's fun. Okay. Yeah, so that's... Yeah, they seem to not be fazed by the fire. And getting set on fire. Do you have the... Alright, let me go here. Ooh. They have some fun stuff. Oh, they can have a... Nah, that's a... Sorry, they got some fun stuff they can have. Okay. Cleanse and Purify. Okay. Flamer weapon. He has flame. Okay, he has that. Ammunition. Fuel for Flamer. Okay. Doesn't specify. None of them have that one.
What are you looking for?
How the flamers dodging? What does it do? Like the flame weapon attacks.
Was it okay? So like, if it's not within their agility bonus in meters, they won't be able to
Get out.
dodge, avoid the damage entirely. But
Right.
as far as being set on fire, they just
Yeah.
need to make a challenging agility test.
Well, they're not good at those, but okay.
Challenging is +0, so
Right.
it's just a flat roll.
Yeah, they're not great at those. Yeah. All right. So avoid being set on fire, but they can use their armor to avoid the damage if they get set on fire because they have machine traits. So actually, this is why you always have someone really smart like Telax in your group, because then you can figure stuff out easily. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're gonna make
It does say with no reduction from armor, but I do know because of Reinhardt that the machine trait does allow you to use your armor.
yes, and also they have really good toughness, so they should be fine.
So did they take any damage?
Well, it's definitely on fire.
Well, that's not what I said. I asked if they took any damage. I mean, they got hit by a 14 hit point blast and they were fine.
More or less, yeah. I mean, oh, it has Pen 4 though. Hang on. That okay? Well, none of them dodged. They're all on fire. It has Pen 4. That does change things. Hang on, I'd forgotten that bit. So it's only that plus. Interesting. That pen actually might have helped a lot. Actually, yeah, but with the Pen 4. Yeah, with the Pen 4. Because of the pen, I will say they each took some damage. I'm not going to tell you exactly how much, but I will say less than none. However, the ongoing effect of being set on fire is a
Less none.
more than none, I should say.
They
don't have healing with fire.
Would they be considered to be wearing a fully enclosed suit of armor? Or do they have like actual flesh burning?
They do have that's a good question.
They don't have to make any willpower tests if they're considered to be in an enclosed suit of armor.
I would say not fully that's a good question. Well, two of them are fully enclosed. I say one of them probably isn't. So he'd probably have to make a willpower test to avoid that nonsense. But I will give him a bonus on that because of his that reasoning. Which he fails utterly. So, servitors can feel pain, I guess. And do you remember what happens when you get set on fire? Because those rules are...
They spend their entire turn running in a random direction and screaming.
Okay. I will say...
Servitor, like, machine, binaric, Wilhelm scream.
Yeah, so... You can hear the screaming. The high pitch... And it's like 1010, like 2 pitch. It's like a siren almost. And he's going to run in a random direction. Okay, we might need a map. So what I'm going to do is put together a map. Now, those of you familiar with the stream will know that my maps are not known for being particularly visually stunning. However, they are helpful visual aids. So, there's that. Let's get... you got a hallway. You got the airlock. This is here. You got... about yay wide. You got, let's say, 2 there. We don't have a grid, but we're going to have to just... Then we got... Nolan is flame-colored. You know what? I'm going to make Nolan a square. Nolan is a square. Then you've got... What color do you want to be, Finnick?
Green.
Green? Okay. And you... Johan, what color do you want to be?
Blue.
Blue? Alright. you're kind of here. Which gives you a little bit here. You're next to Finnick. Then we got the Tech Priest. She can be purple behind you. Actually, that's a perfect shade for her. And what we've got is... let's go with gray for your enemies. So you got 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So 3. No.
Shouldn't they be orange since they're set on fire?
I will mark that. No, I will mark that separately. Just because Nolan is orange. I will mark that they are burning. All right. Can you see? Yes. Now I have to put the map up so you can see it. I think I'll probably put. Let's see. We have. I really never put. There we go. Now we. Nope, not that one. I'm gonna put it over me. So that is for those of you watching, so you guys can be seen. There is a map. If you check the stream up, you will be able to see the map. Each of you is a square.
Okay. So remember, I was holding my action to shoot at
Yes, so
when
you
they
would
came out?
overwatch as well. As soon as they come forward, you'll be able to get a better angle on them, I will say. So, and you're overwatching. Yeah. So they're gonna do. It's their turn. One of them is going to scream and run in a random direction. So it's going to. Why don't one of you roll? We'll do it that way. Let's see. Backward, forward, left. Well, it can really only go one of two ways. So, evens or odds? Why don't you roll? Sig, roll a d even or odd, an even numbered dice.
That's just an even.
Yeah, don't roll a d5 or something like that.
I have a d5 actually. Yeah, they do make interesting concentric ones. I do have a d5 actually for purposes. But yeah, roll a dice with even number of sides and tell me if it's even or odd.
Even?
Okay, he's running forward. Yes, he's gonna go much farther forward than the others because, see, we said that was, well, they're actually probably a little farther back than that. Nope, not that one. We need this one. These guys, group them, and then move them. Yeah, they're probably like way over here. So there's that. This guy is gonna start running forward to about here. He's just gonna run, which puts him at. Yeah, he's gonna get a little farther forward. He's gonna get to like here. He's just gonna run screaming forward. The other guys are gonna walk at a much more sedate pace, and they're gonna be about here. Yeah, so they're gonna go at a much slower pace. Now, you have definitely eyes on the first guy, who looks like he has a face, of sorts. You can see his face, and he's on fire, and you can hear the panic binary, like this high-pitched, terrified binary code.
Sure.
Yeah, so you can see that. You have a good shot on him.
Well, I guess
You're overwatching, so yeah, I would say you could probably hit him if you wanted.
Sure, I'll take a shot at him. So
And
I've kind of.
so you've got the last gun, which means, hang on, let's go back to. I am getting nope. We want which one? All right, so you're overwatching, which means, yeah, you can take. I think it's a 2. No, you Overwatch is automatically semi-auto. So two shots. So roll the hit.
So I've got Deadeye shot,
Sure.
and does that give me a bonus?
Most likely.
And I've got Gunslinger, but I don't know if that does anything. And I guess because they're like close range, I get a bonus for that or
Yes, you do
something?
get a bonus because they're within 10 meters. So I would say that's close range. So it's a plus 10 on that front. Overwatch. Okay, so you have Deadeye. Is that a talent or a skill or a
talent.
talent?
It's
A talent.
If he makes a called shot, he only has a -10 instead of -20.
There you go. So you're not making a called
okay.
shot
Yeah, I'm
because
not.
you're
So,
overwatching, so you can't.
okay, so I rolled a 25 on my first shot.
Okay. Well, no, it's one roll. So
Oh,
25. And what's your weapon
okay.
skill?
Give me just a second. My weapon skill is 42.
So that is, but it's 52 because you get the close range bonus. So 2 degrees of success, which means you hit both shots. So 2 shots hit, essentially.
Oh, nice.
That's how you determine when you have multiple shots like that. So, all right. Go for it.
What's the damage on it?
The damage on your new little hell gun is D10 plus 4 energy with a pen of 7. Ooh, you got a pen of 7. That's pretty good. Hell gun's
Okay,
a nice
so
piece of weapon.
and I rolled damage on both of them.
Yes, roll D10 plus 4 for both.
Okay,
And
so I rolled I rolled an 8 and a 1. So 9
so that's a 5
plus
and
4 on each.
yeah, plus
So
4 on each. So it's
9,
a 5,
17.
5 and 13.
12.
12, yeah. 5 and 12. Okay, so you got pen 7, which is helpful in certain cases. That's this. Okay, and you guys are. I'm gonna go. This guy's the middle one. He's on fire. I will note that. Then he takes down this to. Yeah, I'll actually bump the armor up for those guys because they're technically a different sword. But yes, it's some. Yeah, he does take some damage, especially the second shot. The first shot seems to kind of not like wing him, and this doesn't really seem to do any damage. The second shot, you can tell he does hurt for what it's worth. Although he's already screaming and panicking because of the fire, so not doing great. And that is a D10 on Nolan's turn. That will do a D10, I think. Yeah. Or yeah, no, they take the fire damage from being on fire at the beginning of their turn, right? So they each take a D10 of damage, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, 1d10.
All right, man. Let's see if we can get a. Ooh, actually, they all take. Well, the machine trait helps them out in that case, so they take some damage. Hypothetically, they seem to be on fire.
Hypothetical.
Hypothetically. Okay. He is going to get another wisdom save to try to get his shit together. He takes some damage. From that, he gets another wisdom save. Ooh, there we go. He is getting his shit together a little. Okay, now. Or not a wisdom, willpower test, and he passed it. So, we've got him doing that. We got the other two, who do not seem perturbed to be on fire at all, going to start firing at the they're gonna start firing at they got some fun stuff. Okay, they're gonna fire at Nolan because he is visible. That's actually really cool to have that back. Okay, so they're gonna take We said, what are we gonna do? They have some fun stuff. Okay. They have. I would say. Okay. So they're gonna do. All right, we're gonna roll. Because they have. They have 6 possible options, so we're gonna roll a d6 for them. Okay, that's Ooh, that's fun. Okay, so one of them's got this. That guy's got this. He has this one. Okay, yeah. So he is gonna start shooting at Nolan. Yeah, that's a. Oh, and it only fires burst. Okay. Basically, he has to shoot full auto and reload it. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. They cannot. This is where it gets tricky. They can't. Essentially. No, I'm going to let him fire it. I'm going to give him a -10 because. Okay, he gets a +10 because it's close range. But a -10 because he's. There should be a penalty for that. So I'm going to give him. I'm going to take that away, and he's going to get basic. That doesn't matter. That's pretty good. Okay. What's his? So that definitely some of it hit. Yep. Well, everybody's skill's not terrible. Okay, so it's not point blank quite. But it definitely is well within that. And then full auto. Wait a second. Full auto is +30. So I'm gonna say. Okay. So, alright, so that's 4 degrees of success. Okay, so he hit really well. So, and then Nolan is going to try and dodge, but, not looking great for him. Okay, he can dodge. Okay. Okay, he had, yes. So he had. I'm going to give him that, which means he's taking. You see this thing come up, and it's got a very, very large, looks like a weapon. And. Wait a second. No, they're not that stupid. They're not gonna have that. I am an idiot, and no, it's going to. You know, it's going to. But, yeah, because it also, yeah, there we go. It's got a, interesting. Yeah, it's going to use that. It's got, all right, so it's got a, and you notice it's using some sort of projectile. You hear that thunk, thunk, and you have, it's got something huge, high caliber that it's shooting at Nolan, spraying the area. It's got 10 shots. Nolan managed to duck a little bit, but 3 of them are gonna hit, because he rolled really well. No better on the dodge, so balances out, but. Nolan is going to get. Hopefully the flak holds up. I don't think it will help much, but you know, there's that. Ooh, and pen. Ooh, okay. flak, I want to say.
Flak is 4.
Yeah, no, it's got pen to go through flak, so sucks to suck, I guess. Okay, and then so it's got that. That's not too bad. And not too bad. Come on, Nolan, hold it together. Ooh. Okay, that's Oh, but he gets his toughness. So, what's his toughness? Not your toughness. Nolan's toughness. He gets some, so that's only that much, and luckily that wasn't a fury. Let's just do that. Minus. Yeah. How many wounds does he have? Not a lot. Yeah. No, he's Okay, so we're gonna go with X. Okay, let's look at the crit table right now. Or the what's the table for these? Of course we have to find the table.
What type of damage is that?
Explosive.
Where did it hit him?
Yeah, there's some sort of explosive rounds. Yeah, I would say these are bolt rounds. Yeah, it's got. So, do we have?
Where did he get hit?
That is a good question. That was if I recall correctly.
Specifically, whichever shot put him into critical.
That was right, 51, and so that was that one. So 51 would be body, right? And so the second one would almost certainly be body as well. There is a table for that in the other book. I will.
There is.
Yeah, let me bring up the other book for what that's worth. Yes. Let's see this one. Yep. Okay. That table was somewhere multi-hit table. Yep. Okay.
The first one was body.
Yeah.
Body, arm.
So only the second one put him down, so it would be a body.
Okay. And how much critical damage?
Just two crit. He's tough.
Okay. The target is blown backwards 1d10 meters, taking 1 level of fatigue per meter travel. If he strikes the solid object, he takes 1d5 additional levels of fatigue.
Okay, so he takes 5 levels of fatigue and is blown back to. Oh shoot, we missed the thingy. Here, roughly, he takes 5 levels of fatigue, and at 10 he passes out from fatigue, right?
Well, you pass out if you go beyond your toughness bonus.
Which he did, so he's passed out, essentially. Yep, okay, we're gonna put a little marker on him. That's a good color for that.
Oh, is his flamethrower still going off?
It falls to the floor with him. They're still on fire, but his finger falls off the trigger and he is down. Yeah, he's down. I'm gonna say that much. And you hear a thick. They're shooting with bolt shells, essentially. They're coming forward. What are you doing? Nolan's down. That's there. This guy is going to save his ammunition. He's got. What has he got? Yeah, he's going to avoid. He's going to try and save his ammunition because he has a heavy reload. And yep, he's gonna come. Yeah, he's just gonna make a second move action, and yeah, he's gonna take another half action move instead, and he's gonna come up here. They're gonna shoot. Okay. Yep. So that's their turn. Move, panic. Okay. That's their roll. Terrana is going to. You know what? She's going to be reckless and stupid. Is going to come around here. How much movement she got? This much. Yeah, she can get to him, I'd say, with a full move action, but not much else. So she's going to be that way. She's just going to run forward. That's what she's doing. Top of the round. I would... You know what? We'll be alright. Because I know you have a hard limit on 1, right? Or noon your time.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll be good. We'll hopefully you guys can manage by then. We'll figure that out when we get there. Meanwhile, you have action. She's darting forward. You see her go. Nolan is down. They're on fire. It doesn't seem to bother them much, but they are, for what it's worth. What else are you gonna do? What are you doing with this? You have a last pistol. You got 1 crushed. I will put the corpse on the map as that one. You know, nope, not that. Yeah, and it's the little corpse, small little corpse thing falls there-ish. Okay, so what are you up to?
I'll do a half-action move, get out there so I can see.
Okay, let's see what we can do with that. This is not the best tool for this, but alright. There we go. Yeah, you move out here, you can see them all.
Okay. And so the one in the back, I'm going to aim toward that one and do a half-action compulsion and tell him to shoot the other one that just moved up at the end there.
Okay, does that work on servitors?
Yes.
Okay, then...
What's that feature on their sheet that says it doesn't?
They have... Let's see what we got here. Nope, not that one. Go back down a little bit. We should have Battlefoot. Nope. We will look at their stat sheets. Yep, they have the talents: Dark Soul, Fearless, Jaded, Melee Weapon Training, Peer, Renegade. No, that's the Warp Witch. Never mind. You have Auto Stabilize, Dark Sight, Machine, Natural Weapon, Unnatural Strength, Unnatural. Okay, so it does have
Bunch of stuff.
the Machine trait. I don't know if that Machine trait does. That might make it immune to Compulsion, although it doesn't work for Machine.
Give me a second.
Soulbound, Quadra, Machine trait. You see. A creature from the Machine trait is fashioned from ignore organic materials and done more righteous than fleshy folks. Machines do not breathe and are immune to effects of vacuum, extremes, cold, any mind-influencing psychic effect. And their armor. Yeah, it's immune to mind-influencing psychic effects.
I would attempt it, and it would not work. I'll roll regardless, just because it's unfettered, just to see if it would backfire on me.
Oh, okay. Yep.
It's not doubles.
Good. So, no effect?
No effect.
All right. You manage to corral it, but you realize it's a servitor, and yes, you can kind of sense a human mind underneath what once was, but it's been so stripped and so implanted with the cogitators that it's beyond your ability to do. The cogitators are foreign to you, and you pull into it, and you can kind of, you can't get a grip properly. Like you're like the way the cogitators run it, you're like I can't. Like you can sense a soul or something in there, but you can't influence it. It's too imbued with the machine. The machine spirits are stronger than any of your own powers to protecting it. So you're out of luck on that one. Yeah. I think Reinhardt is immune to that. Yes, he is. That's a fairly common. Okay. A tech priest of some skill. Let's see. That's your turn. What is Johan doing?
Okay, so Johan, seeing that these guys don't seem to care about shooting up the place with bolter guns, I'm going to use my quick draw skill to just drop that crappy little weapon I have and draw my bolter guns,
Bolt pistol. All right.
bolt
you're going
pistols,
for-
and
The middle one.
yes.
Okay. Bolt gun on his hip. Go for it.
So just a normal roll.
Yep.
For that?
Wait. You
Okay.
get a bonus because he's close. So you get a plus 10. Okay, it's not point blank yet, but you get a plus 10. On account of the closeness. So.
Ooh, I rolled a 0-6 on the first one.
Okay, well that hits.
And the
and-
second one.
Are you dual wielding or
Yep.
Okay, and you have ambidextrous to allow for
Yes, I do.
good to know. All right. And
And I rolled a 12 on the second one.
okay,
Yeah,
so you
both
got
of
two
them
bolt shells come barreling at him. Can you do bolt pistol? Hang on. It's no, not that one. Bolt pistol, if I recall correctly.
hit. Well, the good news is that we all have our void suits on still.
Yes. So that does protect you from
If I punch a hole in the wall.
yeah.
I mean, they're spraying like 10 shots at a time. If it hasn't already punched a hole in the wall.
True. Yeah. And you're kind of guessing that it probably has protocols, if there are people versus not, and actually, because they don't need to breathe, you're pretty sure that's at least part of why they're cool with that. But yeah, how much damage?
How much damage do the guns do?
Bolt gun, yes. Let me look. I will find it for you. Bolt pistol is. Let me go back up to here. Let's go up a little. Bolt pistol is a. How much pen does it have? Also, that is an important question. That's primitive. No. We got bolt pistol. 30-meter range. So yeah, you're good on the range. 10 D10 plus 5 at pen 4. So D10 plus 5.
So it only does one more point of damage than the blast pistol did?
But it has better pen.
And it has
Fair.
tearing.
Oh, and it has tearing. Yes, there is that. So you
So
get to
what?
re-roll and take the higher of the two rolls, essentially.
Yeah, you essentially have advantage on the damage roll.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I roll. I don't remember having to do that before. Okay, so
So yeah, I might have been, but yes, it does have tearing. So roll a D10.
I roll 2d10, right?
Two
Take the
D10s and
highest?
take the higher for each shot. Yep.
Whoa, I rolled a 7 and a 10 on the first shot.
Okay, so that's a 10. Hang on. That's a... Roll another D100 for me.
Okay. I rolled 100. I'm sure that's good.
Okay, thankfully it's not an actual shot, so you're not going to do anything good on that other than having 10 plus 4 damage. Very
5.
thankful that
10 plus 5.
10 plus 5, there you go. Yeah, that's not confirmed. You didn't confirm the essentially you didn't confirm the crit if it's a full 100.
Yeah. Well,
And you're very, very
It is what
lucky
it
that didn't happen on the main shot.
yeah, sure. Okay.
Good place to waste it.
Oh, and the second one I did a 2 and a 10.
Okay, roll another D100 for me. So that's 15.
And this one is a 48.
48. What's your ballistic skill?
Oh, geez, that's like 60.
No, yeah, you're fine. So you get another D10. Roll another D10. You don't get tearing on this one, but roll another D10.
Okay. Rolled an 8.
So you get 8 more points of damage. So that's 14 plus 8. 22.
22.
Okay, that's only
Yeah,
that
50.
much because they still have a little armor. Pen is good, but not great. Okay. So, ooh, that's pretty
15
good
and
though. And that's this guy who's already damaged. Okay. Okay, so he definitely is not looking so good.
He's still up?
Still up with...
Oh my god.
Yeah, still up.
I mean, the good news is that after the guy that's already damaged had been flamethrowed and shot, and then shot twice more, we still got 2 more to go.
Yay! We're making progress, right?
Yeah.
That's why I hate these servitor guys. I remember the last time we fought one, and it was just like, guy was like the Terminator.
Yeah. These ones aren't demonically possessed, though. You can tell, I will say.
But there's only 3.
Yeah, there are only 3, and they are not demonically possessed, which gives them... but yes, they do have certain... they are designed to be tough. In fact, these are designed to be very tough. So, that's you. Nolan is just gonna hang out on the floor and be passed out. And this guy is gonna come forward and come at Finnick, and since he's so close, he's gonna use... I'm gonna give him a D3. Let's look at this one. So he's got 2 options, right? So he's got... What has he got? Let me go back down to...
He's gonna grab Finnick's arm and start hitting him with it. Stop hitting yourself.
No, he's not going to do anything that silly. He is going to... Yep, here we go. Use his... Ooh, interesting. All right, he's going to try and grab you. He's going to make a weapon skill attack against you. He's going to move forward and weapon skill at you. So he's going to move forward and right up to you and try a weapon skill attack.
Okay.
Then, well, that's not going to hit. So he just kind of throws himself forward, and he has this weird something on the end of his hand, and you can kind of see crackling electricity, but he just grabs at you, and you just kind of step to the side a little bit, and he just lunges forward. He's off balance a little bit from being, nearly dead and all that. So he misses that. So that's not going to help him much. So he sidestep neatly, and he's fine. So that's his turn. These two are going to... This one is going to level a weapon at you and try and make a attack. He's close range, so he does get a bonus on that. He has a... Oh, interesting. If he rolls really badly... let's see. Oh, it also has blast, which means it's gonna hit his guy too. Interesting. Alright. Not with that roll, it isn't. Let me... Okay, hang on. That might be bad. That might be bad. That might be bad. So, I don't know if you guys know what plasma is.
What?
Where's the overheat?
They have plasma weapons.
This one does. It had a 6 possible ones, so I just rolled for it, and he's got plasma. So, I does not have overheat here. Unreliable. Okay, that's up in the weapons category. Okay, let me look at this. So we're gonna go back up to the weapons section and see. Up. It should have the traits up here somewhere. Power field, shocking, smoke, snare, toxic, unwieldy, unreliable. Okay, well, it's not high enough to jam, so that's a start, but either because poor. Okay, it is not high enough to overheat or jam, but it's not quite that high. He lucked out on that, but it does not hit. So yeah, He was very lucky he didn't roll slightly higher. Yeah. Lucky he didn't roll slightly higher. I'll just tell him that. And go from there, but he misses. It does have a blast of 1, so I don't know. It might hit you anyway, but let me see. Blast. No, blast is. Let me look at this. Blast is. How does blast work?
That blast of 1 foot or blast of like
1 meter.
1 meter.
3 feet. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so when working out a hit from blast weapon, anyone within weapon's blast radius. So I would say you would still get hit because of the blast property. Yeah, right? Because it's blast, you probably still take damage.
Well, if he missed me, it's not going to explode near me because he missed.
Right, it's going to explode. Oh. Hang on. That might be a problem.
Probably explode when it hits the wall at the back end of the corridor.
Yep. And that, unless it hits, I'm going to roll a... Because there's a chance... Terran is right behind you. I'm going to roll a chance that she... Nope, it goes past her and over Nolan's head because he's too low. So, yeah. It does not hit her either, which I was going to give it a small chance that it might. So, that is him. This guy has got his weapon. He is going to roll to... He's going to go at you, actually. And he has a plus 10 because close... Yeah, even with a plus 10. Okay, now they can't aim for shit. So now, yeah, he's just... A burst and it just... Yeah. No, wait, hang on. He's firing on full auto, which is a plus 30. Hang on. Maybe.
Full auto is a plus 20.
Plus 20. So, if that's a plus 20 and then a plus... Yeah, that's not going to help much without...
And shooting into melee is a minus 20.
Ah, that too, if he actually cared about hitting his people. But yeah, that's still going to be, even with the plus... No, still not high enough. Not in jam danger, but not great. Okay, so there's that. That's his go. He did. They all missed. Okay, so Johan. No, Finnick. Oh no, Terrana. Okay, she is going to try something. She has got a. Does she have the skill to wield this? I'm gonna. Even if she doesn't, I'm going to give her a check. I'm gonna let her have a check. She has... Yeah, she's going to get an intelligence check. I'm going to give her an intelligence check, essentially, to do this. Yes, actually. Okay, so she's going to... She's doing something for Nolan. She's working on something for Nolan. You can see her leaning over with... not a... It's, she doesn't have a, Nercithium, but she has something. What does she have? Yeah, she has something, nope. Legs and consumables. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So yeah, she gets a plus 20. Yeah, so she would get. Yeah, so she has a med kit. That. Yeah, she has a good med kit, so she can do that. As a basic skill, even if lacks training in that skill. Yeah, so you can treat it as a basic skill if you lack training in Medicaid. So that lets her make the check, and she makes it with a plus 20. Yeah, so that actually would give her, because of how that works, yes, she'd be okay on that front. Yeah, because of this, with the plus 20 and as basic, with the advanced med kit, she makes it. She then we'll have to look at Medicaid for a minute. But she's basically doing first aid on him. He's not up for a while anyway, so she's doing that. That's her turn. Back to Finnick. What are you up to? You got this guy right in front of you, looking kind of janky, but
And I'm gonna try to crush that one.
go for it.
And I'm gonna push because this is about all I got.
Okay. Let's hope nothing bad happens with that.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's a work. Okay, did not roll super well. He does need to make the toughness test.
Toughness
to,
test? Okay. Oh, he's good at those, actually. I don't think a natural toughness actually gives him anything on this one, but yeah, luckily he did not make it. So it's a 2. It's only how many degrees? Why does it keep going to that? At least a degree or 2 of failure. Let's see. Come on. Yep. Let's see. Yeah, at least a degree or 2 of failure. 3 degrees of failure. So, yeah, 3 degrees of failure. So, I don't know how many you failed or succeeded by.
So I'm just going to check and see what the damage is first, and then I have to roll on the table and see what.
Oh, okay.
What happens?
All right.
So this is a D10 is 5 plus 14, 19.
19. And does it have any pen?
No.
Okay. If it had some pen, it probably would have been enough. As it is, it does damage. You can tell it gets through, but.
Okay. I will say he's probably considered grappled, depending on what happens here. But
okay.
That is rolling at a plus 15-ish.
Bad.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Hoarfrost.
Yeah, oh yeah, because if it's low enough, you can just sub it in.
Yep.
The Emperor loves you. Okay.
Not Perils of the Warp.
Excellent. Cool. We have an ad break. Are we okay with a 5-minute bio break, or do you want to just keep pushing on?
Well, we got like 11 minutes left, so.
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I'll be okay. Okay. So, yeah. That was your turn. So, yeah, he is grappled, you said?
Yes.
Excellent.
Which means he can't swing at me.
All right. Moving on to Johan. What are you up to?
I guess I'll be shooting at the guy who had the plasma gun.
Okay, you're going to switch targets. Sure.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
That'd be the priority target.
Yeah. All right.
The only reason I didn't end is because if this guy grapples me, I'm worthless. So
first one hit, and the second one did not.
Okay. Roll the 2d10 and take the better.
Okay, so I rolled a 9. 9 is the better roll on the first hit.
So 9
so
plus
9.
And what's the pen on? Oh, the pen on that is it's a 9
That's
plus 5 is plus pen 5. That might just be it's going to be the deciding factor of this is the pen. Okay, so 9 hits. Pen of 4, right? So
you said it doesn't have a pen of 5, or because it was like one better than the plasma, or the
1 damage better.
One damage better. So we did 14, but the
penetration, I believe, is only 4. Let me just check that.
Gotcha. I got you.
Yeah. Or it might be pen 5. Hang on. Let me double check this. I think it might be enough anyway. So because it's got 9 plus 5, so 14 damage for sure. And bolt gun, bolt pistol. Hang on. Bolt pistol. Yes. Pen of 4. Yep. But with that and it says 14 damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's just enough. No, that's just enough for him. It would have been just enough for the other guy. For this guy with the plasma gun, it does get through. Yeah, it would be. It does get through. I'll tell you that much.
Is it like a? Does it look like I did like a glancing blow, or is it look like a normal hit?
It's a decent hit, but he's very tough. I'll tell you that.
All right.
He's just fucking tough son of a bitch, and so there's a lot of tough. Yeah, that's probably it. Not necessarily the armor, but the how tough he is. There's a whole mechanical bit behind that too. But yeah. So that's you, and the other one missed. You said. All right, I'm gonna run the servitors, and then by then it'll be okay. The first one is grappled, which means the only thing he can do with that is try and break it.
Yep.
So he's gonna go grappling. There's a whole section on grappling. Okay. I should know how to get the grapple section by now. Character combat.
Break free or slip free.
Okay, which
You
is
wouldn't do the take control because I'm not physically holding it.
right. So grapple. Yep. So to take grapple would be throw down. And yeah, I can't do throw down or damage opponent because you. Yeah, so he has to push. All right, so I would say okay. So break free, slip free, or take control. Yep. So okay. So, yeah. He can't even do that anyway. So break free by making an opposed strength check or a contortionist skill. He doesn't have that test. So yeah, he's not slippery enough. So he has to make an opposed strength check to try and break free. Which puts him at yeah, that puts him at strength is actually has pretty good strength. So and that would be a willpower against a willpower from you, right? Because it's a mental grapple. Yeesh, these dice don't like this guy. Okay, so that is 4 degrees of failure. So just
I had 1 degree of failure.
yeah, he still fails harder, so he is still grappled on that front. Yeah, still grappled on that front. Okay. Yeah. He rolled a 94, so nothing good's happening with that. Okay, then other guy is gonna 2 shots. One with the yeah, we're gonna do 2 shots. We're gonna do one with the plasma. Well, that hits. Definitely hits.
Dodge.
Okay. Dodge.
Five.
Nice.
Okay. So, because it's a single shot, so no degrees of success. I have to roll to see if he hits his. No, because I'm gonna be able to cover for that. Alright. I'm gonna give Tarana the same. Nope, she's fine. Okay. It goes off at the end of the hallway. Whew. He rolled really well. You rolled really well. The dice are being weird today. Okay. Fickle today. So there's him. And this dice. So they've been rolling kind of. Ooh, okay. He's also going to shoot at you, though, with the heavy bolter. And you already used your dodge.
This is the other one?
Yeah. You already dodged. So let's see what we can do with that. That would be how many degrees of success? He has he's firing to melee, but he's firing on full auto. Those cancel each other out. So he's just got the +10 from the range, which means he has, what's he working with here? 40, 3 degrees of success, so 4 hits. And you already dodged, so 4 hits with the bolter. So he gets 8 plus 13 plus it's +2, so 15, I believe. Yeah, it's 2d10 plus 2, so 15. Actually, I can look up the exact specs on here. It is pen 5, so pen 5. So 15 at pen 5, 16 at pen 5, and 16 at pen 5, 15 at pen 5, and 6 at pen 5.
Okay.
So that's what you get. Is any of that critical? So
I don't know yet. I'm checking stuff out.
okay. So if I recall correctly,
There it is. Okay. I'll probably have to do some math here, so let's go nice and slow
Sure.
and give them to me in order.
15 at pen 5.
Okay, so pen 5, it'd be 10 minus my toughness.
Yeah.
Okay. Second one.
16 at pen 5.
Okay.
And then 15 at pen 5 again. So. And the other one is 6 at pen 5. So.
6.
6. Yeah, I rolled really badly on the damage.
Okay.
Any critical?
Yes.
All right. How much?
So it's a total of 16 points of damage, so that is 2 points of critical
Gotcha. The
on the third hit.
Okay, the first hit was 90, so that would be let's see. Let me look at the chart here. 90 would be leg, I believe.
Left leg.
Left leg. Okay, so yeah, so you would start with the left leg and go in that order. I don't remember where the chart was on that. I can but yeah, the first one was on the left leg. So then it would circle. Do you remember where that chart was in the Death Watch book?
What are you looking for?
The rotating hit location chart.
Starts, well, I mean, it's the same. I have this because it's a physical copy. This is technically the Death Watch one. But,
Yeah. It's same
starts on 252 and goes to 259.
Okay. Those are the critical effects.
Yeah.
Oh, and I meant the location. There should be a like a
The hit location thing is.
yeah.
Oh, where's the thing for?
Because the third hit would.
Uh, 239.
Okay. So if it started with the left leg, yeah. if it started with the left leg, it would. Okay. So 239. So if it started the leg, the second one is also like the third one was a body hit. So yeah, the third hit and the fourth was arm. So it would probably be on the. Oh yeah, because the fourth hit didn't actually do any. Probably didn't go through. So body hit. Hit on the body, and yeah. So it would be a critical. You said 2 critical on the body.
Yeah.
And it's explosive damage. So that's energy.
It's the same thing that hit Nolan.
Yeah.
Exact thing.
Oh, it's the exact same one. Okay, so you got blown backward, 1d5.
D10.
D10, yep. So, yeah, you get blown back 9 meters. So, past where Nolan is. Right up to the end of the quarter. Take 9 levels of fatigue, which is past your toughness.
Yep.
So you are passed out. And given that it is noon, that is a very dramatic endpoint. So we are going to, yeah. Actually, that'd be good. So yeah, it's a very dramatic point for an end. So what we're going to do, you guys are going to lay back. Yeah. Finnick is unconscious. And over here, I will bring the map up. Put him, here. You're just back up here somewhere. I will, let's see. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, 120. Oh. Okay. Beautiful. All right, so. And that brings that up. All right, so thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it. We are in a pickle here, and something is going to be able to save them, hopefully. We shall see.
You ruined my plan, Leah. I was going to grab Finnick and drag him to the shuttle, but you knocked him back 9 meters.
I mean, that's what happens.
I was just like,
yeah.
And they got heavy bolters. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, well, he also rolled a 9 on his attack, so,
Well, heavy bolter, plasma gun, these guys.
Yeah, these guys are kitted out. They are battle. Yeah, these are hardcore guys. They are meant for trouble.
And our commander was like, just the 2 of you can handle it.
Yeah, well,
thanks. Appreciate it.
They had no idea what was under there, so yeah. They I will say there's an ace up your sleeve that might just save your asses. We will save that for next.
Do servitors have lungs and such?
Depends on the servitor. No, they don't need to breathe. So they have lungs in there still, but they don't need them.
So something might come out to save us.
Something. Maybe.
That make it a Deus Est Machina.
Possibly.
The machine.
Yeah, God from the machine. But yes. Yeah. It's actually a reference to old theater techniques where they'd bring in like a crane or something to bring the literal god in the Zeus, like they'd bring in an actor on a crane to play Zeus or something, a machine, literally. So thank you all for coming. Anyone who's watching, we've had people cycling in and out. You all are awesome.
Thank you for the donuts, Lee. Appreciate that.
Yes. 2 of you want to pitch something? I will put the link for the Patreon for Alfheim in the chat. If you want me to put the Alfheim Discord link or any other links, let me know.
I'm good. Thank you.
Because you are our patron. You are technically our stream artist. I think I have character art of both Finnick and Johan from you, so we could display them if I had thought ahead of that.
We may have to adjust how Finnick looks after after this fight, he may have had a few alterations occur.
If that last
Yeah.
shot had rolled higher, I could have just been dead outright.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, I do not have it listed, so I'm gonna have to dig through the files for next time, sometime in February. I might have. We'll see. We might have more players, and we might be able to do something fun with that, including possibly save your asses. So
Or we could be re-rolling characters at that point.
that's true.
You know, make
I think that's awesome.
it
And they have to be rolled on stream. But if you guys want to roll them on stream, I think you could do some fun
Right.
stuff with that.
Have fun, guys.
Yep. Peace
All
out.
right, thank you for the game.
All right. Do we want to raid?
I got to go. I
Yes.
got to go collapse. I got to get. Remember, I got my game direction.
Oh yes,
I need to
I
get
know.
some sleep
You
before.
guys, I'm gonna drive us into. I'm gonna run us into Lord Gazumba real quick. Take care of yourselves, everyone, and
All
we
right.
shall see. Like 5 seconds, and then we will raid, and then we can shut it down. Boom. Okay, I'm knocking us out. Beautiful stuff.